Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. It's Rad from Radko Tarot, and in this whole video we're going to look into Leo Sun, Leo Moon, and also Leo Rising, a weekly general tarot reading September 6th up until September 12th, 2021. And if you guys are interested in a personal reading with me, or if you do want to take my tarot classes, checking out the description down below is going to give you a link to my website where you can view and purchase either or both of these services. And also, if you do enjoy the content here on the channel and you do wish to support us, leave a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you do not miss any of our weekly uploads. With that being said, moving straight away to the reading here, and this week I'm going to do something different, a little bit more practical. I'm going to keep the reading, and therefore the first thing that we're going to look into for Leo, that will be Leo's career. And the first card for career, that will be the Ace of Swords. Catalyzed from one side here with the Four of Pentacles, and the other card here is going to be the Six of Swords. So these three cards, and it seems that Leo is going to be, you guys are going to be up to some big, not big, but I was about to say bold moves into this week. It's highly likely that these bold moves are going to be provoked by certain information that is going to come your way, or that somebody is going to tell you something, okay? Some kind of a share of an information is going to come your way, which is going to shed a light on the true state of the situation you're finding yourself into, in terms of your career and in terms of your prospects moving forward, which is going to create some kind of a opening, so to speak. And that is a move that personally I wouldn't do, but it seems that for you it's going to be pretty feasible into this week, and you are going to prefer to abandon the security of your current positions in favor of a future prospects that are to come based on the current move. Now, you, Leo, if you are looking for work, it all comes to negotiations, guys. That's throughout this particular week, and negotiations in terms of I don't know how to say it, in terms of what you're capable of, and how much you do deserve for it, and you have to be you pretty much have to be objective with the market. All right, with that being said, some of you may not strike the deal that they are hoping for, but it's going to be a fair deal, so to speak, here. Because, yeah, the place that you may want to start working into, they may not require your full set of service. Therefore, they may not want to pay you as much as you think you deserve. But again, not all of your set of skills is to be used. So you have to take that thing under consideration as well. There is a little bit of a risk here for what I can see with these cards, and you have to be very careful what you say, all right, and how much information you do share with those around you, because if you do say too much, then that may how can I say, undermined, and straight away, I would say that way, straight away jeopardize your security at the place you are at. So outbursts are something you don't want to do, all right? And also provoking and criticizing is as well something you don't want to do there at your work. Try to be quiet. Try to be lower than the grass, and things should go really, really well for you. And should you be standing against something quite overwhelming as a project, or as a task, or even as a person, that is, diplomacy, it is your best weapon that you can use, and it seems that you will be able to come to terms with whomever gives you a hard time. Next thing that we're going to look into here are your finances, Leo, and the first card we do have, that will be the Nine of Swords in terms of finances, followed by the High Priestess, okay? And the next one, that will be the Knight of Cups, like that. And those cards does refer to some kind of a worry that you may not gonna be able to, I don't want to say meet certain ends, that you want to be able to do it on time. That is what those cards are speaking about. No different than wanting to buy a car in 2 months and being worried that you may not gonna be able to make it. Okay, are those worries in vain or not? That depends entirely on your personal situation. But what those cards here are speaking about, it is that worrying constantly about the matters, it's not gonna make the matters resolved. Therefore, you have to do something about it. Now, there are a couple of ways you can approach the situation according to these cards. We do have a active neutrals, all right? So double active neutrals, which speaks for options available. Now, the first option, which is the easier option for you in order to conserve money, is to stop spending money, okay? That is very close to mind, the most obvious thing out there. So just spend money for only the essentials, and that way you will be able to meet ends to whatever you want to purchase, whatever expenditure you want to make in the future. The other option available here is from the Nine of Swords and the Knights of Cups, and it speaks for working more, which speaks for some probably private contracts. It may speak about for some I don't know how to say it, a private jobs, or some additional sources that you can build up some finances. But that card there, the Knights of Cups, it pretty much speaks that whatever you do wanna, or whatever you are saving your money for, or whatever you are worried about in terms of money, it can be accomplished in a positive way for you, should you put the efforts behind. All right, it is a clear card out there that the money are not going to solve the money problems, should you have certain money problems. And again, under money problems, I mean, some of you may have money problems in terms of meeting ends, other may have money problems in terms of buying something. Whatever money problems you do have, Leo, for the next for this particular week, they're not going to solve themselves on their own accord. You have to do something about it, and you have the chance to do so. And the most obvious thing, as those cards are speaking, it is just to stop spending money for non-essentials. And the last thing that we're going to look into, guys, that is going to be your love life, intimacy, and love in general. The first card we do have, that will be the King of Pentacles, catalyzed from one side with the Magician, and then from the other, that is going to be the Six of Wands. So we do have a person here, okay? So I hope I'm not bombarded with so-called criticizing comments, okay? But I will start that way. Leo, in terms of love, it does look like that you are to be approached. That is very likely as well, that it could be the person of interest of yours or your current partner. Now, the first thing you need to know, it is that this individual has a lot to give. Okay, in generally in the material world and in the emotional world, they do have a lot to give, but they do expect to get in return, and they have a particular expectations. It's what you have to give may not be enough. Okay. And because we do have the Magician here next to the King of Pentacles, these two form a passive enemies, and that speaks that these people, they do not make compromises, okay? And they are not type of individuals that are gonna like you for what you are. They want a specific character to be as how can I say, as their mate, as their partner in term of relationship, and how well you fit with that. Well, that depends on what kind of a character you are. But my point here, Leo, it is that if that person is somebody you are attracted to, if that person is somebody you really want to give a chance to, approach the situation with a premise that you will have to make some compromises. For some of you, there are going to be big compromises. For others, there are going to be compromises that you wouldn't mind, but just approach it with a premise that you will have to make certain compromises. Another thing it is that with this one, you just cannot get on the common ground. Their opinion is paramount for them, and it's just you can't argue with them. Okay, so if that's something that bothers you, again, difficult relationship is ahead of you. If it is something that you don't mind as well, you like a little bit more my place, your place, my space, your space, that's also a perfectly fine. And aside from that, this individual wouldn't mind to make you happy and also to kind of like create a pleasant environment for you, even if they have to go out of their way, should that not cause a significant setback into say their career, into say their environment as well. You can expect, if you do decide to go along with this one, you can expect to have a peak of experiences, really pleasant time spent together, but for them that is not going to be a big deal. So these are a people that's they're not easily impressed. And lastly, what I like to say here for these cards, it is that these people, they are very well situated. Their life, it's most likely, I don't know, to its fullness, and it is just what they expect in return. It is to go along with their rules. If that's something you can do, then great. These people, they're going to carry for you. They're going to provide for you, and so on and so forth. If you are a free spirit, if you can't, well then I don't know, maybe you should pass this one. But if that's your husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, then these cards are pretty clear that they do expect something in particular, and nothing different than it is going to suffice. So if you don't know, why there is a strain, if there is such, if you don't know why things are not going on very well in between you two, just approach them and ask them directly, what is that they want? What is that they expect? They are to divulge it, and from there you will see, is it something you can give or you can provide, or if it's a game breaking thing. And so with that being said, Leo, that was your weekly general tarot reading, guys. Hopefully you do enjoyed it and you do liked it, and we are to see each other next time. Until then, bye.